And he was saying that very often we'll let the new dog or young dog play with the other dogs as a form of exercise when we just don't have the time. And what also happens is your other dogs or dog becomes the role model for dog-to-dog behavior for your young dog. And again, if he's learning to just be relentless, he's growing up learning that if you persist long enough with any dog, he'll play with you. Or in any way that your young dog gets the other dog to play. And sometimes it's snapping or grabbing or pulling on skin or other things. And sometimes your resident dog ultimately plays. That's what your new dog is learning. And the problem is when his role model is one or more familiar dogs and he plays with them a lot, he gets to an unfamiliar dog somewhere in his life, he'll try the exact same behaviors. And then he gets a rude awakening, right? He learns that ignoring all the growling and all the signals and just snapping in the face will get aggression or a totally different response. And but here they are at 4 months. They get out every day. He runs with them, walks with them, adores them. They know who he is. He loves each and every one of them. He picks them up, and, like a dad with a baby. I mean, each dog he adores. But they're in their own little pen. They've been taken away from the mother, and they've been in the pen, and they're basically raised together. So these are 5 male pups from the same litter who have now at 4 months, and they've been living together. And here is their behavior. And structurally, these are probably some of the most beautiful pups you'll ever meet in terms of soundness. What are some of the things you're seeing? So again, both females. The Wheaten is 7 months old. The Husky mix is 2, around 2. So there she is, and these are the 2 dogs that live together, okay? So let me just slow that down for you, and I want to tell you how the 7-month-old has learned to initiate a pleasurable interaction. So the Wheaten says, I want to play. Sis. And they play. And can you see that over time, what that would do? What it could do. And I didn't follow up this man. I didn't go back a few years later and go, sir, I'm just curious, how's our Wheaten and how does she get along with other dogs? And have you continued to be able to bring her to the dog park? So I don't know that. All I know, and this is often all we know as trainers and shelter people, all I know is what I see here, and I know what it could lead to should the experience gods and the luck gods, control certain things. Did you see it? There's the full. That's the face that says, hi, sis, I want to play. So she went and visited the 2 puppies, chose the one, not whom she thought would be faster on the courses, but the one who had more sociability, who would be a better friend. And he's great. He's a great sports dog as well. And she brought him home very carefully. The X-Pan didn't let her other dog near them, waited till she stopped growling. A really careful, long introduction. And she called me at some point, I think crying or almost crying, and said she's never seen anything like it, but her aggressive border collie just played with the new dog. And she just never thought she'd see that dog like and get along with any other dog. And so they started playing. And the puppy then plays with her and plays with the other male as well. So she comes to camp. The dog's 7 months old. And here are just some things to observe. This is a casual. We're sitting under a tent. Just, I'm meeting him, the first time. This is my friend Miyuki. And she's petting, doing the training. He stops training with his owner to socialize with Miyuki. He's a lover. Everything's great. We love him. And every once in a while, he'll glance out at other dogs. You see it? So he simply looks out, orients, and looks. And believe me, there's hundreds, at least 100 and 50 other dogs just all in this general area. So it's not like that was one dog that appeared and he would notice it. She calls him back, she gets him back. I look at that one moment. He's 7 months old, and I say, why does he have a desire to go over that dog? And my guess is the desire to go over to that other dog to orient and just get distracted by it is born out of the fact that he plays a lot anytime he wants, and he can initiate play with almost any behavior, and he's either seeking out other dogs to play with, or because he is maybe resource guarding all the dogs that he's playing with. In any case, I say, I don't want that. Because trust me, you don't want to have birth a reactive dog, right? It's something that if you can avoid, it's a lot better. So I look at that and I stick it in my memory. Dogs are never complete until they're with their person. And every person is different and has different goals and desires for a dog, okay? And so I might look at this dog and go, this is a perfect dog. And you would look at it and go, oh my God, that dog is too soft. Or the opposite. You know, I describe temperament as like on this line, a continuum. Dead center is the ideal dog, which again does not exist, but you have to have this dead center ideal. It's just a point to start on. But we know that an ideal dog would have very high aggression thresholds. That's the least that we know. Meaning it would be so hard to push this dog into an aggressive event with people or dogs. And if he did get pushed to an aggressive event, he would only just put one foot over into aggression, and maybe the worst he would ever do is growl or snarl or something mild, okay? But if this is the ideal dog, he is confident, people-loving, dog-tolerant, perfect dog. And on this side of the continuum, you have sociable, confident, pushy, social, confident, pushy, or less sociable, more confident, pushy, forceful. We used to call these dogs dominant. We can't say that word anymore because we rot in hell. But these are just very dominant. And then you get to dogs that have low sociability but high confidence, really pushy and are dominant, aggressive. You have to understand these dogs are not have very high aggression thresholds. The aggression thresholds get lower as you go up this continuum.